Hello everybody, Ilia Laporev here. Welcome to another cello lesson. Today we're going to use something new in this series of the Feuillard studies of the Young Cellist. Today it's going to be an easygoing piece. Last video we had the double stop, so we were really working out a lot. So this time it's going to be pretty easy. Well, today we have the number 13 on the menu, which is study for the change of place of the left hand. So the first and the fourth position. So in other words, position changes. Of course, before continuing with this video, I would like to ask you, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, give it a like, comment, share. This all helps a lot, and with this you support this channel a lot and the community. So thank you so much for doing it, and well, let's go for it. What are we waiting for? Alright, this felt great. This exercise is really nice, very easy going, not difficult, and it's just nice, because you can develop a couple of things here. So before even continuing talking about the position changes, let's talk first of all about the sound. So as you saw and as you heard, this is an excellent exercise, to really be generous with the sound. So don't be shy around here. So don't play, with a small bow like that, insecure. No, be generous, because this is a great way, to develop a sound, a soloist sound. So really be generous. Use the whole length of the bow. Of course, there is no dynamic marks written, but I would say play it really forte, everything, the whole thing. It's a good way, to develop that kind of sound. So really use also the weight of the bow, a little bit of pressure also in your index finger. Anyways, all these kind of details already. So I don't think I have to go more into detail, but do this exercise with that kind of sound. So really develop that kind of sound, the soloist sound. Now, what we also can add is a little bit of vibrato. So really, again, a solid vibrato, so not a tensed one, so not get that kind of vibrato. Be careful of not doing this. Or this. So not too tense or not too lame. So it doesn't become, you know, a nice, warm vibrato. I mean, firmly but free in the same time. So so slow. I'm gonna start for slow motion, going into the actual vibrato. So it would be more like. So what you can do is, first of all, if you cannot find the right vibrato, then maybe try this. Of course, there are many other approaches that are probably better than this one for sure. About how to develop your vibrato, but what I like to do, I mean, nowadays it's not really necessary, but back in the days when I was trying to find the right vibrato, I was doing it very slowly, like really slow motion, and going bit by bit faster. So like this. So it starts very slow. It's like you're making circles, you know, or you see these graphics, you know, like and then you adjust when you come to a faster tempo, when you're already vibrating in this tempo, then you adjust. Shall I do it more wide? Shall I make it more broad? Or shall I make it more or less? This is up to you. Of course, here in this exercise, it doesn't really matter. I mean, of course, when you play Dvorak concerto, you know, the beginning, it's one vibrato. Then when you play the middle part, the melodical part in page 3, then it's completely another vibrato. So this really depends also. But here in this exercise, you have more freedom. Just don't play it too tensed, this, no, or too lame, too lazy. Because this is going to affect your articulation, and this is very important, which we're going to talk in just a bit about articulation and the position changes. Right, now we are at the position changes here. So let's take a look. There are a couple of things that I need to tell you, because probably some of you don't know it, some of you don't think about it when you're doing position changes. But there are some moments that you have to be careful not to slide through the string. I'm going to show you an example. So we start from the beginning again. So the first couple of bars, let's go. And I'm going to show you where is it, and then I'm going to show you an example, what is wrong and what is right. Now here the second bar, you see? Second bar, we have now this one. Right, so we shift from the first finger and we go until the pinky, so until the G. That so what happens? Many of you, and I'm sure many of you are doing that kind of glissando. So they're doing glissando actually from the string. So they're doing this. See? Did you see the difference? And did you hear the difference? Okay, let me show you one example and the other. So one right and another one wrong. Let's go. This was one, now the other one. So which one was wrong? Well, it's obvious which one. The second one, the last one that I played, it just sounds... It sounds... Okay, except of sounding terrible, it's not precise. So sometimes, you know, you're gonna hit the right note that way. Sometimes you're gonna hit it. Like, it's gonna be in tune, but sometimes not. So it's gonna be 50-50. You see? So it's important that we need to hammer that finger. So this is what I'm always talking. Left hand articulation, left fingers articulation. So I would do it like this. I suggest, I highly recommend to do this kind of changes like this. So, see what I did? So first step to do. We slide with the first finger until the E and then E. See, this is when we arrive on the first finger here, then this, okay, you don't need to do extension anything, so it's, see, let me show this again. So first step, and don't forget to hammer with the pinky, so this is important. Then when you know where you are sliding, then let's try to avoid that E note less and less. So let's try now. Okay, one more time. Let's avoid it even more. See here, for instance, of course we would start here, but if we start from the A, then this is more precise. So this is a way to do that shift. Now let's talk about how quick it should be or how heavy it should be, the way of shifting, because this is another point that is very important, because many people do like this, unfortunately. See, everything is very heavy, too slow, and too much glissando, which is, you know, completely out of taste. It just sounds not good, and it's not really good, because if in this exercise you're doing this kind of shifting, then what about the other repertoire that you're gonna play, which demands a lot of shifting? Then everything is gonna sound like this, and well, yeah, you're not really going to be happy without it. So let's find a way, you know, to avoid that kind of glissando. So shiftings should be light, quick, and fast in general, you know, like the speed of the light. So what I like to do, especially with my beginner students, I like, you know, to, they don't even need to do it with a bow or anything. I just say, put your hand on the strings and just start to do this. But quick and light and relax in the meantime, but firmly also, because if it's too relaxed, it's because like this. So actually this is the movement. See, it's like you're pushing, like, so it has to have a pulse, you know. Wah, wah. But okay, this is more when we have bigger distances, so from here until here, then we have more this, but this comes in the future exercises. We're going to have exercises with a bigger distance. Here it's not really necessary, but it's important that it has this opening, and light, and quick, and smooth. So not really, don't do with the whole arm, or I know people that, you know, in the beginning they tried, you know, to help themselves with the elbow. Don't do that. Let it, you know, or it's just like a frog, you know, sitting there, I don't know, chilling out somewhere, and then a fly comes and he grabs it with the tongue. It's like that. See, so really try to find it. You don't even need a bow for this. Do that a couple of times. So really, like, don't even press with the finger on the string, just don't press it, just put it on the string. And most important is this part, so it's like that, so it's not this, because then you make it more difficult for yourself. It's not that complicated as you think, this shifting. So this is important. So let's try the first bar again with that kind of. See? Pay attention here. See? How did I open? So for this you do for every exercise. Okay, there is this question, when can I slide through the string and when do I need to hammer it? Well, it's very easy. I'm gonna go the whole exercise through and I'm gonna tell you bar per bar where you can slide through the string and where not. But what I definitely can say is when you use your first finger and you slide it, you go to the first finger, when sorry, I got confused. So when you slide with the first finger to the first finger, of course, there's no way to hammer it. But when you go from the first to the second, sometimes, of course, when you have already a good technique of sliding, when you master this, when it's in your hands, then sometimes you can slide on the string. But in the beginning, I wouldn't recommend this. If you are new here, or if it's new for you, or you just didn't have enough technique on this, I recommend really do first that kind of thing that I was explaining. So not through the string, because you're just gonna lose precision. So okay, I'm gonna show you here. So first bar, definitely not. No. So here on the string. Now. Yes. Here on the string, of course. Yes. See? Yes. Okay, just a quick thing before we continue. So we're at the last measure of line 1. So we have an open string and then we have to grab the E. So what happens? So on the moment you play the open string, your left hand is ready in position. See, this is just a quick thing that I wanted to say, because many people are just playing and then they screw up. So this is very important, you know, that you just play immediately. So immediately in position. Now, see, we continue now. So now on the string, of course, because we are gonna shift from second finger to second finger. Now, yes. See? Yes. Ready in position. See? Slide. Now, yes. Slide. In position. Slide. Slide. Yes. See? Yes. Okay, I just did the half of the exercise. I'm sure you're gonna, if you watch it a couple of times again, then I'll let you alone for the rest of the exercise. This is up to you. This is your homework. So you need to find out when can I do on the string and when not. Again, I'm gonna repeat. So usually when you are with the first finger sliding to the second, or sliding to the third, or sliding to the fourth finger, to the pinky, then yes, you need to hammer. When you're using the second finger, then second finger to second, of course not, but second to third, yes, a little bit, and second to fourth, definitely. Then we have the third finger, the ring finger. Of course, when we slide to the first one, not. When we slide to the second one, not. When we slide to the third one, not. When we slide to the pinky, a little bit. Okay, then we have the pinky, but the pinky, of course, definitely is all sliding, definitely. So that's the thing, you see. So this I really would recommend in the beginning. Afterwards, when you really master it and when it's for you, you know, when you can, when you're sleeping and playing sleepy, you know, the shiftings perfectly, then you can, you know, do that, you know, to do it on the string sometimes, because you know where you have to slide. Your fingers are becoming stronger. You have precision, you know what you're doing. So then you can do it. But in the beginning, really, in order, you know, to get better and develop this, do that way that I just told you, that I shared with you. All right, this is it for today's lesson. Again, it's a very obvious exercise. It's not difficult. Well, thanks God, because the number 12 was really tough. But just think about these things, because this is very important. Position changes are very important, because if we don't develop position changes, then we're gonna be, you know, stuck in these, you know, first Suzuki books, you know, that is just, you know, one position. And it's nicer to know different positions, you know, because, yeah, of course, the repertoire gets broader, gets bigger, and it's just nice, but we need to do it in the right way, because if we do it the wrong way, then also, yeah, I mean, you get stuck and it just doesn't sound good. So think about this, that movement. So do that a couple of times, take 5 minutes out of your time, you know, just do this. No, not even 5 minutes, 1 minute is enough. Even not 1 minute, 30 seconds, sorry, I'm just inventing things here. So this light, fast, quick, smooth, you know, so no artificial movements, nothing. Right hand, a good sound, so weight of the elbow to produce a good sound. Press a little bit, you know, with the first finger, a little bit, great contact with the fingers, a good sound, a good legato, and left hand, but this is optional, you can add a vibrato in order to make this exercise sound beautiful, even it's just an exercise. Alrighty guys, so next time we're gonna see each other with exercise number 14 by Feuillard, Studies of the Young Cellist, which is study for the right wrist. This we did already a couple of videos before, but it's always nice, you know, to redo exercise for the wrist. Alright, I wish you all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget again to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell in order to not to miss anything of my series. See you, bye bye.